Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community. For this week, I am, of course, Circuit Main. And while I'm drowning in a heat wave here, let's go ahead and say hi to my colleagues and cohorts and random well wishers and Thorn. We are joined by DM21.
Man, I've had hell of a last week.
We are joined by Textalion.
Hey.
We are joined by Toakoi.
I survived the heat wave multiple times. I live.
And we are also joined by Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
I live in the heat wave. What the hell is wrong with you?
And I am, we're technically in the heat wave. We actually had higher temperatures a few weeks ago, but we're at the point of the heat where it's not hot but stifling, where it's consistent, it's long, and it is not relenting. And I'm actually starting to think a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna go downstairs into my basement and just camp out down there for a week or two until things cool off. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm here to bring you the Brony community for this weekend. Boy, we got quite a few things going on here. First thing we got going on is happy times, because I actually had anybody know the comic where Miss Frizzle basically it gets the idea for all of them to go to hell for a trip. It was
I do believe I know of this comic.
the joke.
I don't.
Well,
I never came across this comic.
if anybody can find it, the reason it comes to mind is just because Miss Frizzle Miss Frizzle, Miss Frizzle Rock, Miss Frizzle gets a Pogger's face on. It is the most outlandish, hilarious thing.
What?
Yes, it is crazy. If somebody can find it.
Yeah,
But I had my Miss Friggles. Oh my god, I'm gonna be singing it forever now. Miss Frizzle's Poggers face moment.
Let's see,
as I was
Miss
getting
Briggle.
ready.
It sounds better.
It does, but it's not it. It's not right.
found it, posting it in images.
But yeah, the thing is, I had my Miss Frizzle Poggers moment when I was getting myself a blended drink ready. Now, I have been working through a pina colada mix that I got a week or two ago. Basically, it's just I put a little bit of pina colada, some ice, blend it together, nice cold, all fun stuff. Go ahead.
Jesus.
In multiple places, I am known as the Google bot. I will find it while you go on about the rambles.
Oh.
Okay, I'm having a little bit of difficulty showing this, unfortunately, just because Reddit is apparently being a pill for me. So
You did show it through the Discord.
yeah, it is in the Discord. I just can't show it to any.
Yeah.
I can't show it to the stream. If you're
Yeah.
curious, check in the Discord or let's see. Actually, there we go.
Yeah, I tried to open a new tab. It won't let me.
Yeah, there. If you're curious, there's. Or maybe next time, just copy the actual image and not the Reddit link.
Preview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get the 3-panel one because I also had only 2 panels with the Pogga's face and
Yeah.
the first one with
Yeah.
Donald.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but anyway, I had my Poggers one because I was making up just a quick pina colada mix, but I didn't have the full a full cup of ice that I would normally put into it. Or basically, I had half the high ice I normally would because I didn't freeze more. And while I was blending it up, I just had that moment where I realized I had a frozen banana in my freezer for a while.
Ooh, banana.
So I stuck a frozen banana into the pina colada mix, and yeah, it is surprisingly good.
DK wants to know your location.
Down in Mexico. Have fun with that. Actually, you know what? If I wanted to be cruel, I could name the zoo that used to be in. Yeah, I'm in what was this? The San Diego Zoo. Just go in the gorilla cage. You'll be fine. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Second, that's not right.
I know it's not right. Why do you think I'm laughing? It is dark. So anyway, speaking of dark and me quickly turning on a... screw it. I'm going to have to... Hopefully this fan isn't too loud. I'm going to have to kick it into high gear, unfortunately. But speaking of which, for the show today, we are going to be doing an experimental new thing to see if it's going to become a thing. It's essentially a... we're going to do a Hear Me Out, where I'm going to give a scenario, and I'm going to want the panelists here that want to participate. I'm going to want them to jump in, chime in who they think, what pony, not from G4. We're going to open everything here. G1 through G5 and everything in between. Well, whatever pony you think, if you know a pony that may actually work for that, you give a name and you say why and convince me that actually would be best pony for that particular scenario. I'm still working out I'm workshopping the name at the moment, but it is a fun idea I had a couple of days ago, so I figured let's give it a shot. So that's what we're going to do for the show. But before we do that, of course, it's time to warm up our vocal cords, give a little bit of a chance to like flex in and allow me to drink a little bit more of my banana pina colada. And we're going to do that with a good old dose of hydrated wub. So I'd like to ask all of you, as we do every week, what's up, bronies?
Because of doing the patron thing for Everfree, I got a hint to the bowling thing that they do every year for a guest, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Too much, and I'd rather hang out with friends. I know some people are like, why wouldn't you want to bowl with like Lauren Faust? And I'm like, dude, I do this for my friends. I'm not here for a celebrity.
Well, that and it's expensive as hell, but well, it might be expensive as hell. I don't know.
I'll make Columby.
Yeah. In my case, I've been still ripping through my audio CDs. The funny thing is, I got through all of the ones that I had separate and singular. My Brony song, all of my Brony CDs done. All my pop song CDs, comedy tracks, things like that. The next thing I wanted to do is realized I had a few soundtracks that were in part of some of the limited editions in my gaming collection. So I've been going through those, and oh my god, I did not realize how many soundtrack CDs I had from these collections. I'm on my second stack, and these are very big stacks. There's like 10, 11 CDs per stack. And this is just the second one. And I probably could pull up a third easily. Maybe even a fourth. So
I should start burning some CDs myself. I've got my old computer back. All I need is the power bar. Or power cord.
Yeah, this is more ripping than burning, but it's still preservation. So yeah, that's just kind of like, whoa on me.
Also, second, when you posted the Miss Crystal comic in the actual chat on Twitch, it did appear in the IRC, so...
Yeah, which is nice of that, so... Yeah, I'll scroll that a little bit here, since, you can get a little bit of the Pogger's face going on there. It's really dumb.
Still, it's also... Someone had to think of a very clever thing with that.
A little bit, but yeah. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, I don't want to get too distracted and called off here.
You doing stuff with your CDs.
Well, yeah, but
yes.
I already finished that part. Anyway, well, I don't have anything. Well, I guess I have technically one other thing here. I am going to a local convention next week. It's a furry convention. So I don't know if anybody is going. Well, anybody that watches the show is going to be going. Thing is that I'm going to be quite incognito. I'm not going to show how I'm going to be incognito yet. But during the weekend...
No, you always do it after the show.
Yeah. But during the weekend, I was making preparations for that, and I actually turned out things rather well. It's kind of hilarious, really. That's kind of a little bit of a hint, hint, nudge, nudge on my part. Yeah, other than that, there hasn't been much because I've just been getting ready and preparing for all of that. So, I'll go ahead and open up the floor once again. Anybody have any wubs they want to throw out there?
Aside from the friggin' air pollution going that went on last week up in Canada, and the health scare I had with my mother, who had a heart was racing and high blood pressure, and then it suddenly stopped when she took some. I'm not going to name the pills, so it was pretty scary. It just telling me like it's a real possibility I could lose her in the future. Like last week.
Mm.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, that stuff really drives home the finality of life. You know, just
It's one of those things of, as someone who's been through a lot of loss in his life via family members, I'm a little bit numb to it, but it still hits when it's fresh. And the scaring part of it really is a wake up call at times.
Not only that, but one of my cats is heaving or like choking noise or coughing noise when he purrs or when he tries to breathe. Like it's scary. Like we took him to a vet just today, but the doctor that we usually see, that veterinarian we usually see, it wasn't there, so we had to get someone else, and they couldn't find out what was happening with the cat, so we were going to book another one next week or to see how it goes. Because it doesn't seem like he's in pain or anything. It's just coughing and wheezing. At first, we thought it was he was sick with cold or something and needed to get it out, so we put him in a bathroom shower with all the steam, but that didn't work either.
Yeah, that's always the rough thing.
and, all I could do is hope that whatever it is just temporary and it goes away sooner than later.
Indeed.
But I do got a bit of a question in regards to the chat. So, White Phoenix, your birthday got changed because it's wrong? I mean, did they just get the wrong day slightly, or are we talking like you literally just de-aged or aged up out of nowhere?
It had to probably be one of those midnight births that people did not keep good track of, or in case of power outage.
That's what I would think, but at the same time, I kind of wonder, was it something more drastic? Because it'd be wild if somebody's like, yeah, apparently I'm actually this old now. It's like, oh, I mean, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Of course, the only people in the world that have I'm only 3.5 years old. How? Oh, I'm a leap year baby.
Well, that explains it.
Oh, that's fucky.
Weird. So,
Huh?
the online system doesn't recognize your birthday, is it? I mean, I can only think maybe if it's like a leap year day of some sort, or
Oh,
Or some unpaid intern put in the wrong numbers.
no. I mean, well, I mean, plausible, but very strange. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only thing is like if they put in a leap year, which actually wasn't a date that wasn't a leap year day, or like a 31st day that was actually a 30-day month, or I mean, there's a lot of questions there. It could also just be that the system is bunk.
Well, if I recall correctly, White Phoenix is more of one of our European viewers. I don't know if England and White Phoenix, you don't have to confirm publicly on that, but yeah. I do know that some stuff. Okay, so yes, UK. So this is where a little bit of me being a dabbler in all stuff. CGP Grey, famous YouTuber, moved to England, and the NHA never can get his stuff right because they say, "Oh, we have a system error with that," and I'm wondering if something like that happened to Phoenix.
And I also wonder if AI was involved or not.
NHS.
Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, NHS.
Well, it sounds like basically one of those government systems that doesn't know how to do anything right.
We're in the government. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
And their system is okay. I think we're getting into some weird topic here, but yeah, sorry to hear that. Apparently, you no longer have a birthday, White Phoenix. I guess you're timeless now. You will never age, or you will age it very quickly. I guess it depends on.
They are literally now a phoenix.
You are a phoenix now. You're a phoenix, White, and a thump a good one. If I okay.
Not nice, and I know way too much stuff just because of people that I watch. But as you said, on to a new topic. Chaos Sakai, you would be surprised how that is not an uncommon thing.
Alright. Okay, I think we're getting really weirdly off into some weird
Yeah.
locations. So anybody else have any other what's up bronies they want to throw out there before we go ahead and get on? Alright, that sounds like it's news talk. Let's get into this. Start off, of course, with our favorite moment, conventions. Sunshine PonyCon. It happened.
Yay!
I wish I could tell more. I literally wish I could say more. I do not know what the results were. I do not know if it went well, if it went bad. Apparently, they had a really awesome. They had a really awesome print from Andy Price, kind of touting, possibly touting some of the new art that's coming from the new Boom Boom Comics. So that was really cool to hear about. But yeah, I guess no news is hopefully good news. But yeah, it came, it went, and here's hoping that they have another one next year, and everything went really well for them. I really wish I could give more information, but I am well. Actually, we do have some information, and thank you to White Phoenix on this one too. I might add, in the con chat, White Phoenix was awesome enough to not only explore all of the conventions that did have Pony Fest spaces, which apparently were quite a few of them.
Ponytown spaces.
I know what I said. But yeah, I know Ponytown spaces. But yeah, apparently they there was a couple of them that did. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there is a there was a Ponytown event space sharing a space sharing between China Southern Brony Carnival, or CSPC, and Sunshine PonyCon. Apparently, they were using the same exact area, but they separated it. Is that about the gist of it, White Phoenix? Yep. Shared it with a Chinese con. So, yeah, if you take a look, there is lots and lots of screenshots of the map, the locations, everything that got listed up, spelled out, put together. Just so much cool stuff here. Just gonna quickly skim through these. But also, really quickly and really awesomely, in fact, I would highly encourage people checking this out if they have the opportunity. Because it is going to be archived for the moment. Sunshine PonyCon was also streaming panels and things like that on YouTube. So you can see there is a full 9+ hour thing going on here for Sunshine PonyCon. Let's go ahead and try to get into right in the middle there. I think these were actually for the concerts, mostly. Oh, there's the only one. Oh, okay, fine. It looks like you got a pretty decent turnout over there. Definitely feels a little bit more smaller and enjoyable together. You know, get the nice little cozy con feel. What? Oh, there are more? Yeah. Oh, that's only one of the vids. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta make sure you look at the live here. Oh yeah, here we go. We got plenty. There's plenty to talk about. So many cool stuffs here. Even got their closing ceremonies up and going. Okay, yeah, that is a pretty nice turnout there. Look at that. That is a very nice turnout. It definitely feels like a smaller one, but I am not surprised by that. It definitely, you know, it's a starter, so starter cons tend to be a little bit smaller.
Well, everything starts. Everything has a good beginning. Everything starts out slowly.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like they had a good time. It looks like a lot of fun was had. I'm hoping that it really went well and that they're able to continue on to another year.
Sometimes smaller cons are more what is
No,
it?
smaller
Smaller cons are
conventions-
knit tight, like they're
They're
being
closer, more tight.
close
Yeah.
to close knit tight.
You sometimes you get a little bit more personal and loving, and it's nice. It's so sweet.
Yeah, and then there's more faces you remember.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we don't want to. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. We don't want to get too caught up in the weeds on this. So, yeah, quickly a few more screenshots. I wish I could go through these a lot more. Highly recommend you check out all of the screenshots from White Phoenix. They do a really good job going through every inch of the maps, getting lots of screenshots, lots of information. Basically, like a little mini archive of these pony towns, which are really awesome. And it is just so cool to be able to see all the designs and everything they did. I mean, look at that. Look at that. You got a freaking Celestius. You got a Alicorn statue right there.
Again, I say this with all the kindness in the world. White Phoenix
Aww.
have a site to just archive all this.
And that.
Oh yeah, upload it to the Pony Archive too.
I mean, they may want them. I don't know, but couldn't hurt to reach out to them, I guess. Anyway, we don't want to get too caught up in the weeds there, but yeah, that was Sunshine PonyCon, and also China Southern Brony Carnival that was happening at the same exact time. In fact, we mentioned that a few times. Now for the next conventions that are happening at the same time, we got the Jinan Brony Festival and Beijing BronyCon. This is going to be happening at the end of the week over in China. Both of them are in China. Next week after that, there's another China convention, Dreamland Con, and also Chongqing Brony Festival. And at the same time, there is a South Korea. I apologize. A South Korean convention called Malong Pony. That is going to be happening. They're having their second one at the same weekend. Next week after that, there's the Shenzhen Brony Party over in China. And online, a week after that, is Raven for the House of Bells. The great online music concert. There hasn't been any other recent announcements for that, so I'm guessing everything is going swimmingly. We'll let you know
If I would have told us if there was something going on.
Oh yeah, that's why I said everything. I think everything's going swimmingly. Nothing's been said, so nothing's to worry about. But yeah, that is coming up here very quickly, so get ready to dance to your heart's content in your bedroom or front room, however you want to broadcast it. The same weekend, if you're in Taiwan, there's also the Taiwan BronyCon. Then a week after that, there's Everfree Northwest, which a good chunk of us are going to be going to. We're basically all set up to go, except financially. But for the most part, I'm pretty much ready to go for as far as I can say. I might try to do some other things, but at the moment I don't know. Then the same weekend, there's also Equestria, which is happening in the Czech Republic, in Prague. Week after that is the infamous, but I gotta give him credit, 4 years running now, Mare Fair, over in Orlando, Florida. And yes,
You know, in some ways, I want to call them the nomadic convention because they keep changing locations.
no, they're still in Florida. They just bounce around Florida. They're not.
Yes, but
they're
that's
not,
still nomadic.
No. I would not give it nomadic. If they leave the state, then I'll consider it nomadic. But if they're still in Florida, it's not nomadic. They're just changing locations. If you put in that method, TrotCon is considered nomadic. It doesn't work. Conventions change their spots all the time because sometimes the hotel can't hold them anymore, Maybe the venue is no longer available, or doesn't exist anymore. Who knows? It's only when they keep going from different states will I call it nomadic. That's my
Fair
rule.
enough point on the definition.
Anyway, you already know about Mayfair. I will give them credit. They're still going after all this time. That is impressive.
That's no easy feat.
No, easy
I'm more
feat at all.
impressed that they're somehow on Disney property.
Or very close to it.
You're also
No,
not
they're
streaming to the
technically on
Discord.
Disney property.
But there's also the Wasteland Fest, which is happening in Moscow, Russia. So at the same weekend, there is a pony convention dedicated very heavily to Fallout Equestria. Or at least that's where a good chunk of the thing is, but I'm pretty sure that it's for all sorts of pony. But definitely a lot of Fallout Equestria theme. But yep, lots of conventions happening up here and soon. Really awesome stuff. Love it. Alright, then let's go ahead and go on to the news here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just start immediately going to the elephant in the room on this one. Now, I am going to request and ask and beg and plead and all that stuff. Please let me finish all my thoughts before even trying to interject. Because I might say what you're thinking, or I might say something contradictory, but until I actually say it... Now, next week, or this week actually, is San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Now, a lot of stuff has been happening. A lot of teasing. And I mean that in all honesty. Because so far, there has been teasing about Magic in the Air by the My Little Pony Instagram. And also teasing a reveal, which I think was actually this. Some reveal, I'll tell you that. Now, the reason that this is getting people into a bit of a kerfuffle is at the San Diego Comic-Con this year, there is going to be a My Official Pony panel. And this is going to involve... Oh dear world, I have to open this up again. Facebook, I left you. Why do you keep coming back and haunting me?
Oh, I know Daimondo is going there, I think.
Yeah, Daimondo is going to be over there. If you don't know who he is, don't worry about it. It's just somebody that some people are familiar with. Just let me load up the freaking image, people. Why in the world do you have to make this fine? I'll do this my own way. Okay.
And he did it his way.
Alright, so Lauren Faust is going to be there. Of course, we all know who she is. There's also Taihan Mustafa, who is the senior creative producer for Hasbro. Gretchen Mallory, the head writer for Hasbro. And Cassidy Boyd, the director of global brand marketing and strategy for Hasbro. So a lot of Hasbro heads. They are going to be discussing My Little Pony, both Generation 4, and they have stated this, they're going to discuss the future. Now, in top of all of that, there has also been announced over at a licensee presentation reservation about the new generation G6 of My Little Pony that is going to be coming up in 2027. Now to start! This is correlation at the moment. The fact that Lauren Faust and a bunch of Hasbro heads are going to be talking about My Little Pony in literally a few days from now does not necessarily mean they are going to announce anything about G6. Or that Lauren Faust is even involved. Would I like her to be? Yes. Is it premature to assume? Yes. What we do know is
only time will tell if this all comes ahead, and
we
if
are
she
literally
is
going to
on
find
on
out
it or
in a
not.
week. However, the fact is that we do have a series presentation going on for people to get licensee reservations for G6. And they have indicated that, yes, the target is still going to be little girls. We shouldn't be surprised by this. However, they have secondaried preteens, adolescents, adult fans. So it is at least a good indication they aren't going to basically steamroll this into 3.0.2, version 2. And with all of this, I decided I'm going to exercise the caution that we normally have for early episodes of G4, for G5 in general. We're going to start laying out the ground rules once again. The fact that I have to do this for another generation makes me feel old, but we're going to do this anyway. So, here's how this is going to go down. We are going to remain spoiler-free on the show for at least 2 weeks.
If you want to go talk about spoilers, do it elsewhere, or should we have a new spoiler section in Discord?
I will probably make a spoiler section in Discord if people are so prompt, but we will want spoilers to be contained. I understand people are excited. People want to talk about it. The thing is, I want to give people a chance to discover things for themselves. And I know that the moment they start announcing things about G6, we're going to see images. We're going to see videos.
Yes.
We're going to see everything. Will be a bombardment. And I am asking everybody, unfortunately, we are also dealing with the internet age where attention is value. And it's not a good thing. It is not good.
No bad publicity, it's good publicity.
Any publicity.
Any
attention.
publicity, yeah.
It's an attention economy. So people are going to jump in and say, we're getting it right now. Because people are immediately jumping in. Lauren Faust is going to be on G6. Is on Generation 6. It's like, no! But, just rolling back on this. We will talk about some of the news as it comes up. But when it comes to spoiler territory, we are going to hold back. Am I hoping for Lauren Faust to be back? Yes, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm just going to ask that people please exercise decorum, exercise caution, and exercise restraint. Look at the information and where it's coming from. Is it a reliable source? Or did somebody literally just post in a bunch of text, My Little Pony just announced that it's going to be completely AI generated, and there's going to be no male ponies whatsoever. Cool. That sucks. Prove it. Sources. Information. Reliable information. Unfortunately, you can't just give me a link either. I've had a few websites that unfortunately they either sensationalize or they straight up lie.
Read what the page contains before you post it.
Well, also be sure to, if you try to go to reliable websites for information or reliable sources, and don't just read into anything that you read. We will do our best. I can't promise that we're not going to get some stupid mistakes ourselves, but we promise we will do everything we can to make sure that the information is as accurate as possible, that we give it to you as correctly as possible, and we want to make sure you have plenty of time to absorb it for yourself instead of bombarding you with it. But I am hopeful for the future. I just want to ask everybody for caution on this. And with that in mind, Does anybody else have anything they want to add before we go ahead and move on?
Yeah, kind of stay away from the AI slop.
Well, there's obviously that.
Don't post misinformation, or make sure it's credible before you post it.
Yes. And just question a lot that you read. I can't believe we have to go back to early 2000s internet. Don't assume what people are saying are the truth. In fact, assume people are lying until they can prove
Or they're
factually
misinformed,
otherwise.
because
Lying or
sometimes they
misinformed,
spread.
yeah.
Sometimes they spread the lie without even knowing it.
Yeah. Be cautious, be careful, be informative. We're going to go ahead and move on then. Because there's these awesome little figures and cards that are going to be coming out from San Diego Comic-Con as well.
Oh my god.
And of course, it's the Walkable Trio and Fluttershy.
Oh, yeah.
No
Yes.
AJ or Rarity?
Nope.
Not that I could see. But yes, Caillou has announced that they're going to have Caillou couples figures with ponies for San Diego Comic-Con. And the best part is, if there's any leftover stock, it will be put on Amazon the following Monday afterwards. In fact, they give a
And
specific
probably
time.
snatched up by scalpers who want to charge you a double or triple.
Oh, hell yeah. So just try to get on Amazon as quickly as possible and grab one if you want it. I'm definitely going to try to jump onto the Twilight above all else, but if I can get anything else, I'm definitely going to as well.
I'll be happy if I get an AJ, Fluttershy, or Rarity.
Well, considering I don't think they have AJ or Rarity, I guess Fluttershy is your shot.
Okay. Oh, damn. It really is only those four.
From the looks of it. But yeah, it's got an awesome little figure and a card that goes with it. And yeah, unfortunately, it is going on Amazon, and I imagine that it's probably going to get scalped pretty quickly too. But maybe there's a possibility that they're not going to be on top of it, or it's not going to get onto their radar. I don't know. I just say, if you want it, just be ready to jump at the quickest chance you have, and hope for the best. That's all I can say. That's all I can suggest. 27th July, next Monday, 11 a.m. my time, but 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I won't have the money in time. Damn.
Yeah.
Summers are always the worst time for me.
But at the same time, there have been other cases. I've gotten San Diego Comic-Con merch without a problem, even if scalpers were an issue. They tend to go for things, but at the same time, I don't think they go for San Diego Comic-Con stuff quite as much. I could be wrong though. Don't test me on it.
There's always people that are always interested in this kind of stuff, even if it's out of their range pool.
They may be interested. It doesn't mean they're financially viable, and that scalpers need the money. They don't care about they care about the interest, but they care about the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello Jude. How you doing? Sorry about that. I actually realized you got in the chat there, but I was in the middle of the tirade.
He loves his tirades.
But yeah.
Oh, Jude's in here? Oh, he's in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yep. Next, top Brony music for June has been released. Once again, I always advise on these because I like the music scene. It's fun. And there are new musicians that come in, or there's music that you might have missed. Or maybe there's a song that you really do like, and you might want to hear it again. Who knows? In any case, people come in, they vote for the best songs.
Join the herd. Oh man, it's been a long time since I heard any of theirs.
Yep. But I think that was just a promo because these are the actual stuff. But yeah, these are community voted. They are awesome songs that are out there. You can also vote in there too if you want. But yeah, you might be able to find songs you don't know about, musicians you don't know about, or maybe rehear a song that you wanted to check out again. There's a lot. So a lot of reasons to check this out. Will always recommend checking it out, especially if you do love music, because it's a great way to find out about some of these songs and to also support some of these amazing artists and let them know that they make some great songs. But yeah, just letting people know that that is out there. It is available. And to check it out. 100%. Next. Not related, but happening close to the same time. Actually, let me double check the time here. Okay, so it's happening around the same time. It's not. I don't know if it's part of the same reason. I don't think it's the same reasoning, but who knows? Anyway, during San Diego Comic-Con, over at the Interactive Zone at Petco Park, Andre Lemon is going to be doing autographs for the first 100 fans to show up at Petco Park in San Diego between 12 and 2.
Ooh.
So yeah, that is pretty awesome. But yeah, I imagine you're gonna have to be there early if you do want to grab a hold of that. But hey, autographs are pretty cool. It is really awesome that they're doing that too. Speaking of Caillou is really getting in on this one, and I am not surprised. But they have announced Pony Days. Double checking the dates. Okay, I know I looked into this, and what was it? Yep. Or basically, Pony Days are My Little Mondays. These are apparently they're going to be doing local, like, weekly events over at Monmouth card stores for My Little Pony, for the Caillou card set. So things like learning the game, training, joining organized play, things like that. Basically, you got the start off of a new game set and series happening. Really cool stuff here, but it's only at these specific stores, which unfortunately are mostly in New Jersey, with one in Connecticut, which does kind of suck a little bit. And it looks like some of them were last week and some of them are this week, today, right now. In fact, it's about over. So yeah, this is kind of like a last minute. Well, hopefully if you were interested, you were there, but now it's over. So I'm just gonna move off of that. So with that out of the way, here is the Brony Show's recommendations for artists and awesome creators and things like that. Let's start off with an interesting comic series that I honestly do like, but I don't know why they don't have their own website or a Tumblr or something to post on. But yeah, Adorkable Twilight and Friends.
That one. It's been ages since I checked up on it.
Yeah, some people know about it, but nobody thinks about it because you just kind of see it. You're like, oh, that's funny, and then you move on. But not a lot of people that I'm aware of actually watch it consistently or constantly. They're just, it's there. They check it out. It's cool. They move on. So I wanted to give them a special shout out because, you know, they have been posting consistently for a long time. I mean, we got a comic here from 2022. 2021.
When did they first start? I think it was around 20 or around 2010s.
I mean, this keeps bouncing.
Late 2010s, I mean.
I honestly don't know because this keeps bouncing
because I remember seeing one from around late 2019 or 2018.
They could be.
I think one of the current longest running ones is like a lullaby, or the one where Tempest's shadow is basically a mother and has a lesbian wife.
That has nothing to do with this.
No, I'm talking about length. I think on some comics that have been running consistently.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with this. Literally nothing.
Weirdly, I have to think Topper reminded me about that comic.
We'll talk about that one next week. For now, we're talking about Adorkable Twilight. But yes, I wanted to bring this up because, like I said, the comics have been running a very, very, very long time. But I really wish that they had a Tumblr or some other page or site or something outside of Twitter or X. But at least in some regards, you can look at it on Derpy. But I wanted to get the word out because these are still really cool. It's really cool that they've been going on for a very long time. They're still going on now. And
second,
yes,
I found Adorkable Twilight on Tumblr.
Thank you.
Oh.
I will send it to you.
Please.
So they might have started out in Tumblr.
Yeah, but not this. Yeah. That's for no.
It's only I remember seeing their comics through Equestria Daily.
Okay. Yep, they do have a Tumblr. I don't know why Equestria Daily doesn't use the Tumblr posts.
And it
Actually,
also shows you
they do link them to
the
the Tumblr
wiki, the
sometimes.
Deviant dot, and the Patreon. Always at the end of every comic.
Well, definitely. We'll throw the Tumblr link in there at least. So thank you. There is a Tumblr, and once again, I do recommend checking it out. I also please beg, don't interrupt me when I'm still in the middle of talking. Now, please take a look at it. Have some fun with it. I mean, it's dumb. I mean, this is it's awesome artists. They have their own story going on for a long time. I mean, I literally cannot recommend it enough, but I'm going to try. Next, we have another artist out there that I can't help but talk about. The Batfing. I do not believe that we've ever talked about this person. I do not know why. Because they're responsible for one of the more famous animations that we have every July 4th now.
Oh, I remember this artist. I looked at their stuff like a few years ago.
Yeah. If you can't tell, I would definitely recommend if you don't want to see things you don't want to see, make sure you have proper filters up. But they do have.
Oh, that's a fancy smashy pip right there. Happy New Year.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they have some great art there. It's really poppy art. It pops out. It really is wonderful to see.
Yeah, it's very recognizable to me because
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Dang, that's a lot of heartwarming ponies.
Wow.
But yeah, 100% recommend checking them out. They are a really good artist. It looks like you can get commissions out of them too, which, you know, who wouldn't want to have some awesome commissions from an artist like this? Because I sure would. But yeah, check it out. Really great artists here. This is once again the Batfang. Other artist that we have is Darksley Z. Unfortunately, this one I was able to find predominantly on DeviantArt. I'm sure they're on Derpy and other image sites as well, but I do want to post to at least their home postings. Really amazing art right here. It has such a colorful painted look to it. I mean, I absolutely love this. This is so beautiful, so amazing. And you get some silly moments.
Wow. Hey, Mare Chicks.
Mare Chicks.
Um,
Woohoo. But no, this is such an amazing art style. I absolutely love this. Yeah.
Other girls checking out her brother.
Let's see. Let's check the most recent art posting here. Thing is that this was one that they did for Newbie Artist Ground 2022, so it's not of recent creation, but it was posted literally tomorrow. Thank you. I'm
What?
so July 21st. It is
Oh,
literally
CMC had seen this artist too.
Yeah, the artist does a lot of great work. Here, let's try something that wasn't tagged for. Okay, this one was commissioned. That was also tomorrow. What the hell? Okay, DeviantArt might be completely losing it on me. Let's try one more time here. Okay, well, they got notes on. Right. I'm just going to ignore the date taken part here. But I am going to... The comments here is from June, July... From late June. So they are still making stuff even now, which is great. So they are still posting even now. My brain just snapped there for a second. Yeah, there's a pajama one that he mentioned. I think one of the pajama ones. Yeah, sleep outfits. But yeah, 100%. Really recommend checking him out. You may be able to get some commissions out of him too. But this is an amazing art style. It kind of.
Oh yeah,
feels like,
it could be its time zone because like the Chaos mentioned in the chat, I was thinking about that.
I mean, I'm not doubting that's a time zone thing, but I also am realizing that every single one of the images I've been bringing up has the exact same date and time. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, I wonder if there's something wrong with DeviantArt and time zone.
bingo.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
I think it's either something to do with DeviantArt or to do with me. But in either case, it doesn't matter because I can already see from the comments and everything else that these get posted a little bit more often. But yeah, it is such an amazing art style. It reminds me of the Golden Book art style.
Oh, that.
Yeah. And yeah, they even have some silly ones. But yeah, be sure to check them out. There will be a link to them in our show notes as well, along with the Bat Thing. And finally, last little shout out of these people are cool. You should check them out. Or this thing is cool and you should check it out. A website has recently come up, and I found out about it through the archive channels. Pony.games. Now, this is something I've always been a little worried about, and I'm glad to see somebody is coming in to address on it. But yes, this is an archive of pony games. New ones, old ones, some in RPG.
Oh.
But I mean this in all honesty. This is huge. This is a massive collection. They have a lot of games that I even forgot about, and then going through this a little bit, I started to remember.
Oh, that name of one of them.
Which one?
That one. Scroll down. Scroll down so we don't see it. Thank you.
Oh. You know, the funny thing about that is it should have been blocked because they do have filters to block the less savory games. So, yeah, we'll just call that an exception to the to all of this, but yeah.
Royal Boop.
Royal Boop, No Touching, Nightmare Mel, Derpy Story, The Ponies, Rise of the Clockwork Stallions, Algrim Princess Blast, and 9 pages of this alone. And they're always and they're going to try to add in more as they're found. So this could easily get more and more. So yeah, this is such an amazing archive of so many games that you might have not even been able to find otherwise. And they're all here, and it is so cool to see. Some of it is not going to be very savory, I'm not going to lie.
But this is going to be in the show notes.
This will be in the show notes. I just want to remind everybody, exercise, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Not all these are going to be great. These are built by everybody. And unfortunately, that includes really dumb things.
Oh.
Yeah. You're going to get a lot of weirdness in all this.
Sure.
But you're also going to get some really interesting things like this. Ooh, you know what? Let's try that. Super Lesbian Horse RPG. Yep, right here. Oh, apparently this was a translated version of it, which is in Russian. So that's a little bit of a bummer.
Well, they might have different versions given more time.
Or you might be able to choose a language selection, who knows. But yeah. Sweetie Punch Up. What?
Yeah, I scoffed at that one. Like, really?
There are some things in here I'm not seeing. Like, what was it? It was, there it is. Story of the Blinks. But yeah, I absolutely recommend checking it out here, especially if you do enjoy video games and you just want to see a lot of indie stuff. This will also be in the show notes. And with all of that, we are finally done with the news. It's time to go on to our artistic expressive moments. And of course, I'm talking about our creative showcase with our challenge of the week. And of course, our challenge for this week, by my own mistake, because I opened up that can of worms, was Alan Oppenheimer, the voice actor. But we also had a protest initiative challenge.
That is correct, Circuit. The protest initiative challenge this week was Lighthouse. That was submitted by our very own creature, Lighthouse.
Really, creature?
If you would like to submit a protest initiative challenge, don't.
That's what the wheel is for.
Exactly.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of the awesome creations that we have here. And we're gonna start off with my own insane stupidity here.
How about you start the Discord stream?
He is and has been.
Oh, okay. I just been on the other page for that long then.
Yeah, I actually...
Aw, he's on a lighthouse. Look at that. It's got... That's not a Fresnel lens, but it is a bulb.
I was just having fun with the lighthouse concept.
I like it. I like it. It's very toy.
My apologies. I didn't know you opened it because I was on the Twitch page.
That's okay. But yes, the joke here is decide to have Circuit just dress up like the old Skeletor. And I say old Skeletor because apparently he has like 5 different designs if you really look into it. And
They are the basic silhouette, but yeah, details like abs.
Well, yeah, he's a fat pony.
I'm talking about Skeletor. You look fine.
Well, I mean, he always has abs, but yeah. But yes, just Circuit dressed up as Skeletor, just with a stupid menacing grin, on a literal lighthouse. It's just on a lighthouse with a giant watt bulb, like you see in cartoons. This time I sketched it completely in pencil. As next week I'm going to be going to convention, I do want to try to get into some of the sketchbook panels, and I figured it might be a good time to make sure I get at least a little bit of pencil practice in. So yeah, I just did a quick sketch out of this. I think my only real issue is I don't think I drew the legs quite big enough. I think I actually made them a little too short. The body is perfectly fine, and then the legs are just suddenly squatted down. I think the ring hides it a little bit, but no, I really should have gone a little bit more. Let's just say thick thighs would have saved his lives.
I'm be honest, until you mentioned it, I didn't notice, and also I still don't notice, so I think you're good.
I'll take it. Yeah, Mark Hamill Skeletor. Actually, pretty close to that because that is based off of the original 80s Skeletor. But yeah, that's the creation I came up with. Along with that, Tolokoi came up with his own iteration.
So I lived in an earlier version of like the Super Friends. He was Gentleman Ghost. So I went with Spooky.
Definitely an interesting mix of different paintbrushes and art styles. So I'm kind of curious. A line coming down there, is that supposed to be smoke or trail?
No lightning. Because clouds, ghost on a lighthouse.
There. Just for future, just a small thing. You probably want to have the lightning bolt actually connecting into the clouds a little bit there. It just, when you got that little separation, it makes it hard to know that they're attached or at least part of one another.
Okay, hang on. Wait. Hold up.
All right.
As an aficionado of stuff not connecting, no, Toa, you're good.
Thank you.
I
Cole.
love stuff not connecting. It's one of my favorite genres. It's one of my favorite things. Hell, one of my favorite little design tropes in Ed, Edd n Eddy was sometimes the eyes weren't on the body. Having stuff disconnected is lit.
Oh yeah,
That's
this,
good,
this looks pretty good.
I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and withdraw any creative commentary I have on Toa's art pieces.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, listen. Sometimes having stuff disconnected can be really cool. Like, have you ever seen pictures of ponies where, like, the wing is just, like, it's a little tiny wing that's kind of hovering above the back? I love that shit.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it... I'm not saying anything, because literally I feel like no matter what I say, do, or even try at this point, I'm going to look like an asshole. And I've already already crossed that line earlier this show, so... Kudos to Toa. You did it. Good job.
Nice lighthouse,
You are a
once
winner.
again, not Fresnel lens, but still good.
I at least tried to keep it in line with it, but I know I couldn't do it right with how the angles were.
Right. We also did get another entry, completely different, but still awesome art nonetheless.
Ooh, what'd you get?
We got from Posmorpheus a shiny
Cute.
Lucario.
Cute.
Nice.
Oh wow, that looks great.
I still find it funny that people don't know that Lucario's shiny form basically does make him, air quotes here, a Renamon.
Now I think about it, I think that Death Battle might have had Lucario win because Renalon couldn't Digivolve by herself.
Yeah, that's always the issue with Digimon. If you are going straight from rookie on up, yeah, they beat Pokemon.
Anyway, it was definitely an awesome little bit of art piece there.
Oh, it is fantastically done. Especially love the aura that looks like flame. Gesundheit.
Too tight.
But yeah, that is it for the artistic creations we got. I've been practicing on my own things there, so it's nothing more than sketches and background work and just getting things ready for the convention next week. But in any case, with all of that, let's go ahead and get to our picker wheel.
And Chaos, I see what you did. Thank you.
Alright. And once again, I'm going to ask all of you, as we do every week, this is going to be our wheel of creativity. Very simply, we will take any and all prompts that we get. Everybody gets a chance to put in a prompt. Just remember that once you get a prompt in, that is it. You cannot get another prompt at all. You are done. The prompt is in. It is stuck. It is permanent. You cannot alter or anything. So make sure when you post, you are ready. But we will get every prompt in. Everybody gets a prompt. It will all go in there. Then we will randomize the list. It will be shuffled up and then spun around. Nobody gets an advantage. Nobody gets a special treatment. Everybody is going to get an equal and possible opportunity to be picked. Believe me, if it was the case that we can pick and choose, there are so many times I would not allow things to happen.
Mostly it's me.
Yes, we got quite a number of entries coming in here. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to give everybody a little bit moment longer here. And while we're doing that, I'd like to remind everybody that right after this, we are going to get into our discussion. It's going to be a hear me out discussion. So, and it will be for any and all pony generations. So I would recommend getting your image boards up, your search boards, anything you can do to bring up the pony, to bring up pony images, pony art, pony anything. Because I will want you to.
So we're free to use any pony then. You're not boxing us in.
Any pony within canon.
Okay.
I will express that within canon. Because otherwise you will have people bringing in their OCs for ridiculous things. Fun,
yeah,
but not what the point of what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be hear me out for canon. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if I should have stayed logged out on Derpy Brewer.
We all wish we could stay logged down on Derpy Boru.
I mean, most of it's pretty par for the course. But then, let me see here.
Why do we have Injection Fairy Opaline in there?
I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess I've always wondered what a centaur would look like laying down, but now I kind of don't ever want to remember this.
Is it the horse part laying down and then the human part laying forward, or on the horse body?
No, it's like what? Actually, that now just made me realize that this makes even less sense looking at this.
Did someone not know how the human waist would work?
Because it's basic,
Oh
because
my
it's
God,
literally
you're right.
like imagine.
It can't work like that.
Okay, so you saw what I'm talking about, the Twilight Centaur.
Unfortunately,
that's on the front page.
I couldn't resist, and I had to look, and yeah, I was wondering why it didn't add up to me, but no, it so unfortunately hit the nail on the head. It literally cannot work like that.
Because normally a centaur, actually, I mean, they can bend over.
Well, they can bend over, but I don't think they can go straight like that exactly.
Again, the best way to think about centaurs is the human upper half, as much as we can do forward and back, left and right, if we were standing straight.
No, this is a whole nother mess.
Yeah, basically, okay, basically, here's what I'll say. The way this is drawn, the human spine and the horse spine basically run one in the same direction.
And that should not work that way.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah. And Coldust, not exactly what I meant by hear me out, but I get your drift. But anyway, I think we got everybody's things here.
Spike on the front page too. It almost seems perfect for this.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come up with a different statement than hear me out. iRacing commentary. Why is it?
I didn't even suggest that.
What?
I know you didn't, but it seems to be every time we discuss something completely random, like on the pre-show or between the shows, and that is the thing that gets picked. Why? Why are we had a confused yay? We had stickers everywhere. Why are we getting the iRacing commentary on something I barely know about? Anyway, iRacing commentary.
Circuit.
Doing it.
Circuit. It's quite simple. We're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we are.
If I was smart, I would have stopped the song and go and just started drawing whatever I wanted.
Pretty much, we are that perfect example of being that group of friends that one of us could have like 3 PhDs in like archaeology or something like that. Like actually be an incredibly intelligent person, and we're still gonna be a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coldust, what's the protest initiative challenge so we can go ahead and bury this?
The protest initiative challenge this week is for a friend. Yeah, make something for a friend.
Good job, Cole. You have made it easy.
Just make something for a friend.
For a friend.
Yeah, do it.
Like putting on an iRacing event.
letting them win an iRacing thing.